Hi everybody, how are you? Hope everything's good. This week, something else out of the archives as we're looking at my 2002 Fret King Esprit. So this is my 2002 Fret King Esprit, which I've owned since new and was made for me by the very lovely Trev Wilkinson, who owns Fret King. You probably know Trev from the vintage guitar line as well. Plus Trev's absolute guru when it comes to guitar manufacturing and hardware, of course. He's a lovely, lovely guy, and I met him in the early 2000s, and that's when I ended up with this guitar. We'll speak more about its usage in a bit, but I was quite pleased to see actually when I had a look for Fret King Esprits online, there was actually still quite a few available in right-handed. Lefties, not really, although there was one that I did find on Reverb for about £300 that was available. So it's good to see that the Esprits are still going. You know, Fret King probably aren't as well known as Vintage and some of the other guitar lines, but they're a great British brand and a great British company as well. So what's it all about? Why don't we go to some slightly shaky cutaways and I'll voice over some spec for you. This guitar has a mahogany body. It features a Seymour Duncan distortion in the bridge and a Fret King path in the neck. It has a volume and a tone control and a vari-coil switch. The neck is mahogany and the fretboard is rosewood. So I first met Trev Wilkinson in the early 2000s, and he's the most lovely guy. I haven't seen him in quite a few years though. But Trevor just started making the Fret King line of guitars and was good enough to make me one left hand. I went on to use it in a whole manner of stuff, various band things, and most notably a lot of the clinics I was doing around that time as well. In fact, the only picture I could find of me using this guitar, because it was quite a while ago, was from 2003 with me and Phil Hilborn using his Fret King guitar as well, and that picture was taken at the Frankfurt Music Messe in 2003. Like I say, I went on to use it loads after. I requested when he made it that he put a Seymour Duncan distortion in the bridge, because that was a pickup that I'd used a hell of a lot. Don't really use them much anymore. He put one of his own pickups in the neck, and without doubt that's an amazing pickup. And it's got this vari-coil thing, which is quite good because you can switch between, sort of split the coils on the pickups and stuff. And I've done that with a couple of the videos. But I must say, with all my best intentions, as I do when I get these guitars out of storage and give them a good once over and restring them, I couldn't get the bridge pickup working at all, which is why all you're hearing today is all the neck pickup stuff. Like I say, that thing sounds amazing. The Seymour Duncan distortion, I don't know what it was, and I didn't have time to have a proper look. I whipped the back off, all the wiring seemed fine. Could be an issue in the switch, but I'll have to look into that further, so apologies for that. A couple of things I think about. The neck on this is unbelievably massive. It's huge and can get really hard to get around when you're playing up here. Although you've got good access all the way up the neck, it's just a huge neck. I mean, look at the size of that neck. It's absolutely massive. And at times it feels like a nylon strung acoustic neck, you know what I mean? It's got a, you know, it's not aged particularly well. Some of this is my fault as well. Under the headstock here, there's a lot of chips. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and pick up on it, where I used to hit cymbals with it. The Fret King logo has faded somewhat. You really can't see the logo on there. It's faded right back. And a lot of the hardware has gone quite rusty, but all in all, it's not too bad. You can probably see there's a bit of a patch on the scratch plate here. That's because I had a sticker on there with a very naughty term, and so I thought it'd be best to take that off. But you can see that's really white underneath, and the rest has gone that nice sort of cream color as things do when they age. So I really like this guitar. It's been nice to play it. It needs a bit of, like I say, it needs a bit of looking at to get that bridge pickup going again. It's probably, like I say, just a simple wiring issue, but some good memories too. Okay, that's it for today. What was I saying? That's right. This week's recommended listening is album from 1978 by Boston, and it's called Don't Look Back. And I know, of course, Boston, the first album called Boston, came out in 76, was an amazing album. There's no denying that. But I think Don't Look Back would have been the follow-up in 78. And it's got some killer songs on it, and it's very underrated. And please check it out because it's amazing. And of course, Tom Scholz, his tone, unique tone that he has, and style, is everything you would expect from them. So that is it for this week. I hope you've had fun. I'm going to try and work out what's going on with this bridge pickup, and I'll see you on the next one.